Good morning, everyone. It's certainly my honor and my privilege to come. I'm Congresswoman Yvette D. Clarke of the 9th District of New York, which is Brooklyn. Brooklyn has always been a gateway for families and immigrants across this nation, and I am proud to stand here as the daughter of 2 Jamaican immigrants who came to the United States in the 1950s. I am here to be also the face of Black immigration. And oftentimes we don't realize that immigration is not relegated to any one particular nationality. All of us, if we go deep enough into our roots, will find that immigrant that was brave enough to come to add value to the growth and development of our nation. That's why I'm so proud to stand with Congresswoman Nydia Velazquez and Roybal-Allard to introduce this legislation and be a co-lead on the Dream and Promise Act. As has been stated, this bill includes a pathway to citizenship and builds upon the Dream Act, the American Promise Act, and the bipartisan ASPIRE TPS Act, which I introduced last Congress. Today we unify. We stand in unity for DACA recipients, TPS recipients, DED recipients. Their stories are so compelling because, as already been stated, our families and our communities are all being impacted. Immigration, let me repeat it again, is a Black issue. Black immigrant families are mixed status families. So when you unravel, when you have someone who's a citizen, someone who is a resident, someone is also a TPS holder, or someone else is a DACA recipient, you are talking about separating families, and we as a Congress cannot abide with that. Donald Trump has been targeting our communities, and with racial profiling, so many families are caught up in his enforcement. So we must act quickly. The DED deadline for Liberia is March 31st of this year. That's just 19 days away. Liberia has a long history with the United States that continues to this very day. Liberians have been on TPS and DED for over 20 years. The case of their temporary status for 20 years is an illustration of the real impact of a failing immigration system on everyday people. And so what we do today, the introduction of H.R. 6, and I must thank our speaker, who has been a champion, who has carried this issue on her shoulders. We must come through. We must come through for the American people, and that's why it's critical that we introduce and pass this bill at this time. With that, Madam Speaker, I yield back.